This is platform for education. Uh, this is the Liberian Radio and Television Network. This is a platform for education. Would like you to share the video for the meantime. Share the video so that we can have a discussion on heart failure. What are some of those things that cause heart failure is what we're going to be discussing today. Okay, we want to get into that this afternoon. Good. Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Morning, ladies and gentlemen. So, have a discussion on heart failure. What are some of those things that cause heart failure? Is what we're going to be discussing today. Okay. Let's share the video. Let's share the video. Let's discuss little thing about heart failure. All right. Let's discuss something about heart failure. Let's talk about that. Okay. Okay. Please share the video. This is the Liberian Radio and Television Network. This is the Liberian Radio and Television Network. Okay. Let me put my phone number. While we're discussing, you can call me and answer and ask a question. We'll talk about that, okay? Let me put my phone number. You see, that's my phone number over there. All right? So look at my phone number down there. If you got some kind of question, we will try to answer you. Heart failure. All right? What make the heart to fail? You know? What make the heart to fail? The same way you were born. When you were born, you growing up, everything is new in your body. All right? Your hand, your heart, your liver, your stomach, your kidney, your brain, everything new brand. All right? But there will be a time something can happen. Some of these organs can fail. Our heart is very important, just as the brain, just as the stomach, just as the liver. Every organ in our bodies are all important to make us function, to make us work better. All right, that's why hospital are built that will take care of people completely and wholly from the toe to the head. All right, so let's narrow our discussion today on heart failure. What makes the heart to fail? Sometimes, let's start with this. Let's say you are not eating right. You got low blood pressure or you got low blood count. They call that anemia. Oh, the man he ain't got enough blood. So when he start walking, his eye will just swim and fall. Whenever the total amount of blood in that person's is not enough, the heart is going to have hard time. It's going to have hard time to distribute, to divide air, we call the oxygen, to divide water, okay, to divide food. Okay, the heart's going to have a hard time because the heart got to pump the blood. The blood contains the air that you're breathing in every day. The blood contains the iron that help your body to make more blood, to give you more blood. The blood contains water that you need in your body. The blood contains food that you eat so that your brain cell, all your body cell can have something to grow. Your body cell is something to grow. They are all living things. Living things must have what? They must have food and water. They must have food, water, air to grow. Okay? Food, water, air to grow. You understand that? So the heart have hard time when you have low blood count. They say, oh, the person you got low blood count, we need to give you blood. Why you think they're doing it that way? Because the heart gets small amount of blood and he pumping this amount of blood. He keep pumping the amount of blood faster so that all the other organ, all the other part of the body can get air, they can get water, they can get food so that you can function. Your body can be in shape. Here you got low blood pressure and you got low blood amount. You got low blood cell that will be able to carry oxygen, and that's very important. If your body is without oxygen, your body without air, it's not right. The next minute you're going down somewhere. So the heart is responsible to pump that blood, and that blood is responsible to carry these material to all part of our body. If our blood is low, is small, the amount of blood that's supposed to be carrying is very short, low blood count is not correct, the heart will pump it very faster. The heart keep pumping it faster, keep pumping it faster, and you make the heart to work, to overwork. Is there anybody overwork? What happened? They fail. All right? Anybody overwork, they fail. When you have anemia, it can cause your heart to fail. When you have high blood pressure, it can cause your heart to fail. You see, these are the things that can mainly cause your heart to fail. All right? When your artery is blocked, all right, and blood is not passing through to go to the heart, then that part of the heart get no blood to work. You develop what we call ischemia. The heart can fail because that part of the body, that part of the heart will not be squeezing. It will not squeeze again. It will just be like that, open like that. Okay? And any part of the heart that is just open wide, especially the left side just open, it's just sitting there like that to receive all the blood, but it can't pump it, that's trouble. That's trouble. Most of the time, left heart failure is very, very, very important because that's the main place that's supposed to pump this blood. So when people talking about heart failure all the time, they're looking at the left heart failure. But right heart failure also is also important because all the food that we need, all the air that we need, the right heart is going to pump this blood to the lungs. The lungs is going to give the blood air, and that air is going to, and that blood going to come to the left heart with the air, and that left heart is going to pump this blood to the body, and the body, different organs will receive their air. You know, because the distributing center is the heart. The heart is ready to distribute all the different food that we eat, all the air we take in, all the water we drink. The heart is ready to pump that blood, and that blood is loaded with all this and send it into the body. And the body take all the want. They take their own. All the food has come. Like take what we want. Like take the oxygen. Like take the food. Like take the water. All right? But if the heart is unable to pump this blood, what you think will happen? Those people will not have food to eat. They will not have water to drink. Okay? They will not have food. They will not have water. They will not have air. So some of them begin to die. So that's why the heart is very, very important. When you have a heart failure, it's very, very important. It's not the right thing to have. Heart failure is not the right thing. So when somebody telling you that person got anemia, you don't have enough blood, that big trouble. That can lead you to heart failure. When somebody tell you, say, oh, you got high blood pressure, it's not good. High blood pressure also. Because when you have high blood pressure, excuse me, people, excuse me. Let's take a little break, 1 minute. Let me take a little break, 1 minute, and we will be right back. Good morning, good morning. We are back. We are back. It was just a little disturbance, so I wanted to take care of that very fast. So what we're discussing here today is we are discussing heart failure. Heart failure. We started with the heart failure and those things that can cause heart failure. We know those things that, something that you know that will cause heart failure. That's what we've been talking about. We're saying low blood count can cause heart failure. They tell you, say, oh, you are anemic. When you are anemic, the heart keep pumping very fast in order to supply the rest of the body with air, water, and food. That's one thing, and it will make the heart to pump until it gets weaker and it gets stiff. It can't pump no more. It's not right. When you have high blood pressure, your pressure is already high, so the heart is trying to pump this amount of blood to pass through that pressure. Those are the things that can cause stroke. If the heart continue to pump with the normal amount of force all the time and pump that, and it happen that the place that is narrow, the blood vessel that is narrow is in your head. The heart pump that with that pressure for the blood to pass through that narrow spot. Boom, it breaks. When it breaks, that person got stroke. You see? If it breaks in the heart, that's a heart attack. Okay? That is very, very, very bad. That's why the whole thing go down again. We say don't just sit home all the time. Most of the thing we do exercise. Especially in Africa, we don't see many people with heart failure. You know why? Because these people walk most of the time. They get ready in the morning, they go on the farm. They're walking, they're doing something, they're sweating. You know, all that the food, the water is coming out. That sweat is bringing out the bad food that has been exchanged. Okay, the kidney put that out, and the skin is putting out the sweat and all that. And at the same time, the singing, the talking, the sweat part, they are also putting out water. That's why when they stand on the sun for a long time, they want to drink, because their body is functioning. The body is functioning, eliminating water. So heart failure is not something you will see most of the time in the developing area where people are walking. They walk too much. It's like miles to go on the farm. All right, and when they go on the farm, they're doing something. They're tilling the ground. They're doing that. You know, they're functioning. You see, but in a developed world where everything is by car, oh yeah, we gotta get in the car. Everything rich food. Every food is cold. The food is cold in the refrigerator. You buy, you you take it from there. You eating steak. You eating baked meat. You eating baked oil and all that kind of thing. All the good things we eat, all of them have a bad side. All the good food has a bad side. The bad side, it clot our blood vessel. We call that cholesterol. That's a bad fat. All right. When you're eating the good food, when you're eating the baked meat, when you're eating the baked chicken, you think say there's something that everything that you're eating is good? No, they all got bad side. You got the fat you're eating all. They all can clot your artery. Okay? They all can clot your artery. Sometimes you are not eating food that will give you iron, that will give your body iron to make more red cell, more blood vessel, more blood to carry to carry your air, water, and food to all part of your body. To you see the blood, the cells of the blood, you will see it is red. Okay, but normally at the naked eye you will just see a blood, so the blood red. But when you see it on the other side, under the scope, they are all small, round like that, and that round thing got all these things that we're talking about. That's why you have to have more blood cell in order to be normal, to do things normal, because they got water, they got food, they got air, they carry it to your body. Then in return, when they come back again, they bring in things that they don't need. The kidney take some out and put it to the bladder take it out. You see that? So the body is very well coordinated. The center for control is the brain. The brain is at the top. He sit there and look at down. You see, the brain is like a God. It's like God. God stay in heavy. He looked down upon every one of us. Just like the brain will be in the head and know everything that all the other organs supposed to do. Okay? If the heart is not pumping well, the brain will let the body know. So this man not doing well. He's not sending what we need. He's not doing what I expect him to do, because he's supposed to be sending me air and water and food. He's not doing it. He's not doing it. If the liver was supposed to be breaking down fat and breaking down fat and supposed to be producing sustained bile, that will change the color of the stool, so that when you go in the toilet, you will see that the toilet is yellow. If it is not that way, the brain will know right away. Okay? If the kidney is not filtering the blood to take the water from in it and take the right amount of blood and put it right back, take amount of water and put it right back into the body, the brain will know. You see? If the stomach is not grinding the food and taking the good food from in there and taking the good thing that we need, protein, taking the protein that make our flesh, and taking the carbohydrate that make us to be strong, and taking the fat that make our skin shiny and other things like that, the brain will know. So these things are all coordinated. They are all coordinated. So heart failure, you see, it starts with the right side. The right side will receive blood from all part of our body. All right? All part of our body. All the blood come back, because when the blood has gone to all part of our body, we take the food, we take the water, we take the air, blind blood. That's why when they go take blood from you, they go in your vein. Your vein is responsible, is the rope that is responsible to bring back the blind blood. Blind blood means there are no food in that blood. There are no air in our blood. There are no water in our blood. All right? The water that in our blood is all different now. It's not a good water in our blood. That's the blind blood. It comes through the vein, and that's the vein comes to the right side of the heart. You see, the vein comes to the right side of the heart. The vein comes to the right side of the heart. When it comes to the right side of the heart would then say, well, all right, you guys came for some food stuff, some food, yes, fine, all right, because you got vein in the stomach. They got vein in the stomach. The vein in the stomach will bring the food that have been used and the bad one, everything that they do not need. It will bring it back. The kidney would take it and bring it back. The liver will bring their own back, and the brain will bring their own back. Everybody will dump all that they have taken. They will dump it in the vein. Sometimes we call that inferior, superior vena cava. All these kind of BB terms. But those are veins that come to the heart, that come to the right side of the heart from all part of the body. They come and dump the blood, that blind blood over there. Then the blind blood can get inside there. The right heart take it and send it straight into the lungs. The lungs now is sitting there because we're breathing in air. You think that air you're breathing is something different. That's why the air you breathe is filtered from your nose. When you have cold, it's not right. You will not filter enough air. So as a result, you will start having a little bit breathing time trouble. It's not right. So you will have problems. So as a result, what you will do, you will have to wait until the blood is the blood has received most of our nutrients from, especially the oxygen from their lungs. When the lungs have put oxygen into the blood, that blood becomes red. So it will not be like a black blood. It will be red. That red blood there will come. When it comes back to the heart, it will go to the left side of the heart. That's the red blood. That blood is ready now for the other part of the body. It goes to the left side of the heart. The left side of the heart now say, okay, I'm ready now to distribute the food through the blood. All right? The left side of the heart pump that blood. Now, boom, the other part of the body gets it. All right? Other part of the body get that blood. They take all that they need. You see? So, what happened in the right side of the heart is not pumping. All right? Let's say you got high blood pressure. What is that high blood pressure? The high blood pressure is between your lungs, where the air is supposed to be, where the heart is supposed to send the air, where the heart is supposed to send the blood to go and get air. So between the lungs and the right heart, you got what we call high blood pressure. High blood pressure in there. Pulmonary hypertension. All right? The problem now, because the right side is supposed to pump the blood inside the lung and pump that blood to go down there and get air. But here now, the right side cannot pump the blood because there's a pressure to get. There's a pressure. You got to overcome that pressure for the blood to go into the lung to get air. When you have high blood pressure, and that high blood pressure affect between there to call pulmonary hypertension, there's a big problem there again. So it's going to cause big problem. You see? Because the left side of the heart will not have enough blood. Will not have enough blood to supply the rest of the body. Okay? The trouble starts from the right side. The trouble starts from the right side. Then the right side is caused by the pressure between the lungs and the right heart. That's pulmonary hypertension. We got problem right there. We got problem. We want to make sure we clear that pressure between the right side of the heart and the lungs. Okay? There where they have problem, this heart failure begin to start. That's there where we have problem right there. Okay? The meantime, let's take a little break. We'll come right back and get things together. All right?
Why must spoil liver? Why must spoil liver? Why must spoil liver? Change activated. Some kind of way I can get it. Why must spoil liver? Some kind of way you can do it for me. Why must spoil liver? Yeah. Some people go sleep and I wake up. I go sleep, I wake up, oh, people hustle, no my hustle bringing so much in. Oh, why must spoil too far? Why must spoil too far? Why must spoil too far? See, Papa, your blessing that no more thing. Tell it before you can do it again. All kind of thing can creep my skin. When you get my own, I go cock in my leg, oh no. Cock like a big boy. Jehovah, you make me a big boy. When they make it noise, I don't talk. Take a lepe, walking one side. The children say they bluff it, and they come in, baby, creep up. Blessings on blessings on blessings. Jehovah, you shower your blessings. Don't tell her Jawana. No, some kind of way I can get it. I won't spoil too far. Oh, some kind of way you can do it for me. I won't spoil too far. Yeah. Some people go sleep and I wake up. Then I wake up. I go sleep, I wake up. I wake up. Some people hustle, no day. But my hustle bringing so much in. Whoa. I won't spoil. I travel too far, I come back. Go America, I come back. I go Australia, I go Norway, I go Sweden, come back. You can let me go Holland, you can let me go Germany, you can let me go Belgium. I came back and nominate me for MTV. My parents be say on MTV, my man see me on MTV. Why am I spoiling for some kind of way I can get it? Why am I spoiling for? Some kind of way you can do it for me. Papa, why am I spoiling over? Oh, some people go sleep and I wake up. I go sleep, I wake up. Oh, hustle, no day. Then I get. But my hustle bringing so much in. My hustle. I'm inspired.
Good afternoon. This is Lrtn Radio and Television Network. This platform for education. We are here this afternoon educating you on heart failure, what can cause heart failure, most of those things, heart failure, and in this world, part of the world that we live from Africa, we don't see that much of heart failure because we work too hard. Heart failure is like we work too hard, and you know the cause of heart failure. Sometimes we can see that on that side because sometimes we are not educated to know the type of food to start to be eating so that we cannot have a heart problem. We cannot have what we call coronary artery disease, so that we cannot have what we call high blood pressure, so that we cannot have what we call anemia. These are all the things. When you have artery, your artery is clogged, you got high cholesterol, you don't know what food to eat. It can also cause high blood pressure. High blood pressure will cause heart failure. When you have anemia, you don't have enough blood. Total amount of blood in your body is low. You don't have that much for the blood to start carrying oxygen, food, and water to all part of the body. If you don't have that, the heart will have hard time pumping the small amount of blood that you got, and the longer they keep pumping that, they will get tired, the heart muscle get tired, and it will fail. It's not right. You see, when you have that high blood pressure, it's not right. It will fail. Okay, so if you have a disease, okay, if you have a disease, you got like 2-8, you develop some 2-8 and a form of abscess and other things. If follow down in the blood, it get into the blood. It affect like sometimes they can say rheumatic heart disease and other things like that. Your heart can go into failure and other things like that. It can go into failure. You see, all these little big small bacteria that we're talking about, they all can cause a failure of any of the organ. One, it get into the blood. The blood is a medium of transportation. It's a medium of transportation. It's just like the car. The car got to take you from here and carry you to this city, to that city, to this city. It's a mean. The car is a mean of transportation. All right? If the car spoil, you will not get there. It will be hard for you to get there. So that's the blood. If the blood cannot get to one particular part of your body, trouble. Why the blood is not coming down there? Why the blood cannot reach there? Because the heart did not pump it. The person who's supposed to pump the blood, he cannot pump it. He's tired. Something wrong with that person. You see? That's a failure. That is a failure. What caused that person to fail? What caused the heart to fail? These are the things that you go to the hospital, want to look at. So, in short, don't wait until your heart fails. Then you say, I'm going to the hospital to go and fix it. You know what you want to do? Go first to the hospital to check what is developing. That's what we call physical examination. That's what we call preventive measure. All right? Preventive measure. Take a preventive measure. Take preventive measure. Go to the hospital first and check what is happening to you. That's what you do. Go to the hospital and check. You go to the hospital, the doctor will take your blood pressure. He will know what's going on. The doctor will check you, will check your scrotum, he will check your back, he will see any bump, any part of your body, he will check your ear, whether your eardrum is good, he will check your nose, whether your nose is open wider, he will check your eye to see whether your eye, your you know, the blind part of your eye, okay? Whether that black part, the white thing that inside there, that's the place the lens coming from, pupils and other things. He want to see whether it's all dilated, whether they can react to light when you shine light into your eye. He want to know all that one day. All right? He will listen to your chest to hear the first heart sound, boom, 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 boom. He want to check all that. Sometimes your heart will be beating boom, 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 boom. But again, when the doctor checking your heart, he listening to your first heart sound, he listening to the second heart sound, he listening to the sound between them. Because when your heart is beating boom, boom, and there's a leakage, that means there's a vibe. The vibe that is between the upper part of the heart and the lower part of the heart, that vibe. If that vibe is not closing properly, so your heart will be boom, voo, boom, voo. That voo, you know what it means? It means that the blood that's supposed to be going up, it coming back. It dragging right back. We call that regurgitation. Okay? It dragging right down into the heart. It dragging right down. So that means you got heart problem. The valve of the heart is leaking. Okay? So the doctor listen to all these things when you do what we call physical examination. He listen to the heart, and now that scope that we use to listen to, that scope that we use to listen to your heart, and not all the time we just listen to your heart because we want to listen to it. Another way, we listening to it to find out all these little facts. Then we listen to your heart again when we listen to it, not all the time we listen to your heart, but we also listening to the way you're breathing. Some people can be having some smoker cough for a long time. They're smoking for a long time. You go listen to the person, by right, you are nothing wrong with your lungs. We're listening to your lungs. The air coming into your lungs, we tell you, say, open your mouth, breathe. Open your mouth and breathe. When you breathe, the air that comes into your lung, it will be very soft. We will hear it. It will be soft at night. It just go way, just like that. But when we listen, that's the kind of sound we want to get. That's the sound we want to listen to. But here we listen to some people, you will not hear no sound. Yes, you will not hear air coming in. You will not hear that sound. Air going out, you will not hear that sound. Then you listen to the other part of the other side of his shoulder. Then you hear the sound, just like a whistle. Why the sound is not on this side, but this side it got a whistle sound. You see there? Those are signs sometimes we call COPD. Okay? COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. You see, because you went to the doctor now, the doctor get to know. He will ask you, "Do you smoke?" "Yeah." "How long you been smoking?" "I've been smoking for the time I was small." This is what you have developed. You have developed COPD and you just been playing with it. Okay? Go and do physical examination. All right? Go and do physical examination. Some people do not want to go to the hospital so that they can't start then on medicine. They want to be taking country medicine. All right? Country medicine is good, but you don't know the amount that you need. You do not know the amount of country medicine you need a day in order to take care of your condition. You don't know that. They are all good. Only if you know the amount that you're supposed to take to keep to stop this thing, it will be all right. That's why the other people medicine, the queen medicine is calculated in the exact amount. They gave you this and said this one is one. Take this one. After you take this one, go ahead and do your normal activity. Let's see whether you will have the same problem. You see, if you don't have the same problem, that means that one is good for you. You see, this is what happened. Physical examination is the bottom line of most of the things. These things do not happen by accident. Heart failure is not accident. It is rare that for somebody to develop heart failure because they had accident. No. These are things that develop gradually. Sickness develop gradually. Okay? Sickness actually develop gradually. But it would be kind to ourselves and go to the hospital and do a physical examination. You will not see many people with stroke. It would be kind to ourselves and go to the hospital and develop and then do what we call physical examination. You see, breast cancer and all these things will be caught in the middle right away. They will be caught earlier. Prostate cancer will be caught earlier. Okay, ovarian cancer will be caught earlier. People developing sore in the stomach will be caught earlier. People who have H. pylori, they will catch them earlier and will treat it faster. Because the earlier you observe these things, the earlier you observe there's a malfunction of the body, the better that person will be. It will be all right. It will be all right. So physical examination, preventive measure is the key to long life. Preventive measure is the key to long life. All right? Preventive measure is the key to long life. You see, don't wait. Even to discover that you are anemic, and you go to the hospital, the doctor going to do, by the time you get there, he say, "You came for physical today?" "Yeah, fine. All right. Take off your clothes." They put the gun on you. You know, I mean, from your toe to the head. First of all, we weigh you. When we weigh you, we measure your height. We weigh you how heavy you are. We say, "Okay, sit down over there." We'll come back, we measure your pressure. We take your temperature. And then we come back and measure the oxygen content in your blood. The oxygen content in your blood, is it good? Yeah. If it's good, then you'll be functioning normally. You see, we check all that. Then we turn around and check your body. We check your knee to see whether, when we hit it on this side, whether your reflexes are good and all that, to make sure that your knee can jerk normally, to make sure that your muscle are all good. Okay, we want to make sure for the man the testicle is there. We got 2 testicles or we got 1. Some people can carry 1. Yeah, some people can carry 1. They don't want nobody to know nothing about it. Some people can carry 1 testicle. You hear me? They carry 1 testicle. They don't want nobody to know about it. So for them to go to the hospital, that's another problem. Because when you go to the hospital, we're going to check you, we're going to do physical examination. We want to make sure, because this thing you're supposed to have 2. You're supposed to have 2 testicles. Okay? In the scrotum, you're supposed to have 2 testicles. We'll check that out. We're supposed to check also whether this person is circumcised or not circumcised. Some people are not circumcised. You see? Some people do not get circumcised. Okay, it doesn't mean that if you are not circumcised, that is a very big deal. But it's a big deal, because you know what? The longer flesh that over the gland penis that hanging down, it carries dirt. it carry disease. Bacteria grow in there. If you bathe, more people bathe, they don't clean it. They don't expose the gland penis and clean it up. So as a result, their long prepads, we call that prepads, is hanging over the gland penis. Okay, the gland penis is never exposed. It's supposed to be exposed. The gland penis is supposed to be exposed. If it is exposed, it's smooth and nice. In that way, you look at it right away, you will know that if one is smooth, you will know that this person had no problem, no venereal disease or nothing like that. Because if this prepare is there, the person having gonorrhea, it will just swell, and all the pus will sit right there inside the prepare instead of coming down. It will be mold before it can start leaking slowly. You don't want it that way. That's why circumcision is good. You clear that out because it carries diseases, it carries dirt. You see? So the man who is not circumcised need to really expose the gland penis and wash it out neat before, and make sure that you wash it out all the time. Because if you don't do it that way, you will be harboring a bacteria. You're carrying bacteria, you're carrying Egypt fever, you're carrying syphilis, you're carrying virus and all that. You see? That is true examination. We do the checking on that examination. We do all that part. Then we check your scrotum. Then we tell you, say, lie down, cough. Because if you cough and we feel it through your scrotum, it means that some part of your stomach, at the bottom part of your stomach, that muscle is weak. So if that muscle is weak, you know what will happen? Your intestine will pass through that weak part. It will come into the intestine. It sit into the intestine. You know how we call that? Hernia. You have developed hernia. So we discover that this particular part of your stomach is weaker. So in that way, we will tell you, say, you know what? We feel that sooner or later you will develop hernia. So we want to have the operation faster to close this part of the body so that your intestine will not pass through and come into your scrotum. You see? So those are the things we do on physical examination. Then we'll go back and we tell you to lie down. We'll do a digital examination. From the right arm, we're trying to see if we can touch the prostate. The prostate is supposed to be a little round, smooth thing like a palm kind of, okay, like a walnut. That's how it's supposed to be. You put your index finger with the gloves and all things like that, and you put it in the right arm, and then you would feel it right under the man scrotum, right there. It will be very round and smooth. Now, if we put it there, it's big, then we say the prostate is getting bigger. When we do blood test, we want to do your PSAs. Your PSA, the blood test for PSA will tell us whether or not your prostate is enlarged. Even though we feel it's enlarged, but the blood test want to tell us point blank that something is going on. It's getting enlarged. Okay? We check all that part. We check all that part. Then we come and check your heart. We check your mouth and other things like that. Sometimes we check your mouth, you never feel it. We look at your teeth and look way in the crown of the teeth of the molar. Okay, not the premolar, but the teeth that is responsible for you to chew. Okay, the teeth that are responsible to tear things is the one that on the side, right here on the mouth. That's the sharpened one. It's responsible to tear things. Okay. The teeth that's responsible for you to bite people is the one in front. That's the one that you use to bite people. All right. But the one at the back, that's the one responsible to grind all your food. To grind all your food. If you got problem with that, you will be swallowing food. You'll just be swallowing food. You're not grinding. And if you're swallowing food, you better be having something enough. You better be having your hydrochloric acid or your enzyme in your stomach to break the food into pieces. Because you just take a food and swallow it, you must have something to soften that food down there before it can pass through to go into the small intestine. All right. So by right, you're supposed to chew the food before you swallow it. So again, when you go for physical examination, we're going to look at this thing. And the person who is doing the physical examination will call that primary care physician. He is the number one person. He's going to check you from the toe to the head. He will tell you if your head is becoming thinny, this and that. He will tell you some of the reason why the hair is becoming thinny, why it's thinny, your progesterone level or your testosterone level and all that. You see, when he see that your breast is getting big, he will want to do your testosterone level, because testosterone level, if it decreased and the man breast is getting big, it means that there are little one that there, the little testosterone has been that's being secreted by the body is being turned into estrogen. So when it turns into estrogen, what happens? It make you like a woman. It make your breast to start getting bigger. All those things, we will check on all those things one by one, one by one, one by one. If we finish doing that and we turn around and do the blood test, all right? If nothing in your chest, we will not do x-ray. We don't see anything like that, we will not do x-ray. But we'll do the blood test. The blood, again, will tell all the different things. What is going to, what are we expecting? It will tell all the complete the status of your body. Because if anything, anywhere, it will be found right in the blood. It will be found. If your calcium level is not there, then you're having body cramp, you're having leg cramp every now and then you're having cramp. You got calcium problem. You got calcium problem. There's somebody over there, he can't sweat. You see that person will run all over, he can't sweat. What is going on there? Why are you not sweating? Something is wrong with your glands in the skin. All these little things will be asking you, how long do you drink? Do you have your mom having high blood pressure before your father was hypertensive, before your father had diabetes, your father had any cancer? All these things. Because what your mom had, some may pass down to you. So they want to check the background. Because some may pass to you at the time you were being born. Some may have passed to you. So we want to ask you, you got diabetes? These are chronic sickness now. That's why they ask you. Diabetes is a chronic one. High blood pressure is a chronic one. Cancer is a chronic one. And these diseases carry people just 1 minute like that. All right? They just carry 1 minute just like that. All right? So we ask you all these little questions before we do the blood test. We send you home after the blood test has been done. If we find anything that you need to be addressed from the blood test, we'll call you before your appointment time. We'll call you and tell you, say, I've been coming to the hospital tomorrow. We found out that XYZ is not in your blood test. Your blood test revealed that your calcium level is low. Your blood test revealed that your iron is very, very low. You will need blood. Okay? Your blood test revealed that your sodium is low. Your blood test revealed that your potassium is low. Then we start checking your creatinine. We want to know whether your kidney is working. We want to know your SGPT is working, that your liver enzyme now. Okay? So we turn around and do your cardiac enzyme. We turn around and do your cholesterol level, triglyceride. You see, we turn around and do your fasting blood sugar to see whether or not you are not developing diabetes or anything like that. All these things will be done. You see, when people say I'm going for a medical checkup, these are the medical checkup we do. This is the checkup we're talking about here. You don't just come 1 minute, we tell you, say, a medical checkup is done. No, we ain't check you correct yet. We will check all these parts and then do a test. Do a blood test to tell us one by one concerning your liver, concerning your kidney, concerning your heart, concerning your prostate. Is that man, your prostate, concerning the breast, is that a woman? We will check that. Is that a woman, concerning the womb, to make sure the ovary is working properly? Yeah, we will check all that. So that's why it is good to do physical examination. All right? This is where heart failure, these are some of the things that we do. But heart failure is a condition that goes slowly. It develops slowly. You don't know. But if it comes to the point, you start having symptoms. You can't even climb a step. You're breathing fast. You're walking fast a little bit. Your friends say, oh man, walk fast. You got to stand up first and catch your breath. That trouble happening. Sometimes you sit and you got to put your leg up because your leg is swollen. Trouble happening. You see? People's legs swallow. But if your leg is swollen and somebody put their finger on your leg and the mass stay in it, that pitting edema, you better go to the hospital. That can be caused by either the kidney or the heart. So you gotta go to the hospital, check it out quick. All right, all these things mean something, but the bottom line is physical examination. Physical examination, go for that. We call that preventive measure. Go for preventive measure. Many of the men do not go for preventive measure. Oh, nothing wrong with me. Okay, nothing wrong with you. Just sit down. You don't know what is developing in you. You see, that person will wait until they develop stroke. Boom, they die. What happened to the man was all right. Nothing was happening to the man. I don't know what was happening to the man. The man was just all right. No. The man was not all right. When last this man went to the hospital, it will follow on to do autopsy. We will find out that this man had a stroke. You see? We'll find out that the man had a heart attack because of high cholesterol. You see? We'll find out that this man was anemic. He was just eating. The fat was just there. But what happened to him was, did he really have enough blood to supply this whole body fat? No. He was anemic, but he couldn't tell nobody. These are the things happen. And not everybody you see passing, hanging around, he all right. We all not all right. We all not all right. You want to know that we all right? Go to the hospital, do your physical. All right? Go down there and do your physical. By the time you come to a certain age, we'll want to do your prostate. We'll want to do your your stomach. We'll do endoscopy. We want to do that colonoscopy. We want to do the colonoscopy. We want to do the endoscopy. We want to do let's say the PPD. We want to do your chest X-ray and other things like that. You see? Then we want to do your fasting blood sugar. We want to do your cholesterol, your triglyceride, and other things. We want to do your SGPT and other things like that. All these things we want to do it. And those things will start changing once you get to a certain age. Once you get into that age, it will start checking around. So it's not right to say the man is always all right. The man is all right. The man is all right. The man is not all right. Preventive measure is the key. You men out there, many men will say, oh, I'm all right. Oh, I'm all right. You're not all right. You're not all right until you do these tests. Go and check your doctor. Check it out, because if we catch these things at the early stage, you'll be okay, no problem. But don't wait until it becomes symptomatic. Don't wait until you start having the sign that, oh, you're having pressure, oh, my head hurting. When you start having those signs, something is happening. Something has already built up. All right, but go for preventive measure. Preventive measure is the best way to prolong life. All right. Until then, anybody who has a phone call, anybody who has a question, okay, will take some call from right here now. This is the Liberian Radio and Television Network. Our program platform for education. We just educate you on something that we know it is important for you to know. All right. It is important for you to know. That's it. You see, those are all who are Liberian in this country, in our mother's country. Our mother country is America, right? Yeah, you don't see many or you don't see the number of Liberians in the United States is more than that in Canada, more than that in Australia, more than that in Japan, more. This is our mother country, because we used to take a flight from Rao International Airport to here that 8 hours. All right, in those days, Pan Am was the plane. But look at these days, we don't even have our own plane. We don't even have our own plane. And now look at the kind of government system, the governmental system we got in our own country, giving our hell and back. We never knew that we only have one party system of government. We never knew all these days. All these days we never knew one party system of government. They call that unitary government. That's the one we got in Liberia. That's the one we had in Liberia. Since tournament time, since we came to know ourselves, we have just found out that Liberia is a unitary nation. It's not democratic either. It's not democratic. This is why those people who say they are president, this is why they've been behaving the way they're behaving. Because we are unitary. Unitary, it means that the president got all the power. The president. You see? That's what it means. So, anybody has a problem, call me up. Let me see. Let me answer this question. Yes.
Yeah, hello. I got a question, right?
Yep.
I ask you, does exercise have anything to do with diabetes? Does it help it?
Oh, yeah.
In a way?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Can you explain that on me? Because I just hear you talking about diabetes, but
yeah.
I didn't know the topic. I didn't see the topic on there, so I didn't know exactly what you were talking about. So can you explain that for me?
Yeah, the topic was today congestive heart failure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, congestive heart failure. The topic is congestive heart failure, but when you are diabetic, we always ask you, number one, the food you eat, number two, the exercise, three, the medicine you're taking. The more you exercise, your body stimulates the mechanism of even producing insulin. And that insulin, without you taking synthetic insulin is the one that we make outside. We make in the pharmacy. The one that we make in the laboratory and give it to you. Those are synthetic insulin. But the insulin that when you exercise, your body will help to produce, is the insulin from the beta cell about your kidney, that particular little gland, the one that's supposed to be secreting. That beta cell secrete insulin, then that insulin is responsible to go into the blood and take the sugar from the blood and put it into the cell so that you can have energy. So let's say you are diabetic. You are only diabetic because your beta cell is not secreting enough insulin. That's one reason. You are only diabetic because your beta cell is not secreting insulin at all. That's one reason. You are only diabetic because your beta cells secrete insulin, but the insulin cannot take the sugar from the blood and bring it into the cell. That is number three reason that you could be diabetic. You see? So as a result, we say to you, we'll give you synthetic insulin, but you know what? Eat this food. Don't eat too much of carbohydrate, because the bottom line, when you eat too much of carbohydrate, when you break down, the bottom will be sugar. And then you cannot manage that sugar. We're trying to manage the sugar for you. So do not eat too much of carbohydrate, okay? At the same time, exercise. Let your body help to, to stimulate the beta cell to secrete insulin. You see? In that way, you'll be able to manage your diabetes, okay? You'll be able to manage your diabetes. That's the point. Those are some of the reasons why we say go back and do exercise. Even when you do exercise, you are helping your heart. You strengthening the heart, also the heart muscle.
Okay, so I got a friend who have a heart failure, but according to what we keep hearing, each time he go to the hospital, they say he got liquid. I think he got liquid in the heart. Can you explain to me or tell me a little bit? Do you have any clue on what's happening?
Fluid. Yeah, normal fluid sitting around the heart. Fluid sitting peritonitis, that's something like the heart is inflamed. Pericardia, let's say if you're having let's say how should I put it? If you have the fluid sitting around the heart, when that fluid sitting around the heart, all the organ we got, they got capsule. All the organ, the heart got the capsule, so that nothing touches. It's something to protect. Okay, the liver got a capsule that they jet inside, nothing so that it will protect them. So the brain got a capsule. That's why we can say meningitis, because the capsule of the brain some disease, some bacteria get there, it inflame that particular capsule. We will say the man have meningitis. If it happened to the heart, pericarditis, you know, and all that kind of thing. But it has a capsule. Now in the capsule, in the water sitting in this capsule, it's just sitting there and it doesn't release. It doesn't be released. It doesn't leave from there. Then the heart will have hard time pumping because the heart got to expand before it go together. Boop, it expand and when it expand, that means whole lot of blood coming in and out. When the blood come in it, then the heart go there and pump. But let's say the water sitting around the heart, that water that's sitting around there is too much. It will not give the heart enough time. It will not allow the heart muscle to expand as the blood coming to it. So as a result, the heart will not be able to pump with the amount of force. That is what we call heart failure. Your heart is going to fail pumping the amount of blood. As long the amount of blood that's supposed to be pumped to all part of the body, that heart is not pumping that amount of blood. That's a heart failure right there. We may not know what cause of it, but as long as not that amount of blood is not being pumped by the heart, that's heart failure. It is not left with the doctor to check why this heart is not squeezing this amount of blood to go over there. Why? Now, this is why. Maybe the heart is there's a fluid inside that capsule that the heart is in. Fluid sitting over there. Because fluid normally, fluid is supposed to sit there to keep the heart smooth, to keep it moving. If the place there is dry, the heart muscle will be sticky. You need fluid inside that capsule to keep it lubricated. Just like the way your joint, you know, that's what makes you can bend your knee up and down. But if you don't have the synovial fluid between your joint, you will not stretch your knee and bring it down. You can't do that. And your knee cannot be dry. If your knee continue to be dry, now you squat. When you come together, you will hear your knee joint. You see that kind of thing. It means that synovial fluid is going down. So what you need, okay? What do you need? Hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid is one supposed to lubricate the joint. So these are the things we're talking about. When you go to the hospital, when you go for preventive measure, these things will all come on the table. You see? So heart failure comes from over there. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that was a mistake. I was listening to your program.
Oh,
That was a mistake.
all right. You keep listening.
Yeah. Okay, Chief.
All right.
You need to give me some of that money you make it.
Oh, you know what, bye. You know, so those are the things that happen with the heart failure. You have water around the heart in that particular site, and the water cannot allow the muscle to expand. You have a heart failure. The heart will fail because the heart will fail pushing the amount of blood that's supposed to come to all part of the body, and at that rate, some part of the body will be deficient of oxygen, water, and food. All right, this is what we're talking about. But these things develop slowly now. It develops slowly. It didn't just get up and start doing something. You start drinking liquor, you start smoking from the beginning. Don't think it will not have an effect on you. They all got the effect. All right, that's what happened. This is what we're talking about. So those of you out there, you got some. You have any question? You see my number on the screen down there. Call me. We discussing heart failure. We're discussing heart failure and some of the things that cause heart failure. And these things that cause heart failure do not just start right away. All right? It goes slowly. But the bottom line for anybody to take, in this play is this. From this discussion, know this. The bottom line is prevention. Prevention is better than cure. Don't wait till you get it before we go cure it. No. It doesn't work that way. All right? It doesn't work that way. So, 1 minute, let me pick up the phone. Hello? Hello?
Concerning what advice you have for a 45 years old that don't like to go to the hospital?
He's 45 years old?
Yes.
Okay. At 45 years old is the time to do what we call preventive measure, to at least make an appointment with the primary physician so that he can get there. Is this person a woman or a man?
It's up to me, my husband.
Oh, that your husband. Okay, fine. Yeah, at 45, one thing I know when I got to that point, uh, I had to go first to the hospital. They got to do my PSA, my prostate. They got to do the enzyme for my prostate so that they would figure out whether or not, because every man, once they get to that point, the prostate will be enlarged. But the prostate can get enlarged because of just normal old age, and the prostate can get enlarged because of some cancerous development is going on. So you get to that point, you go and then do a prostate. At the first examination they want to do a prostate. They check to see whether or not the man has two scrotum, two testicle in the scrotum. Some people got one, and all those things are good to check it out. Then you will get down there and find out whether or not his cholesterol is good, his triglyceride is good, whether or not his fasting blood sugar is good, he's not developing any of those heart trouble, he's not developing diabetes and other things like that. His prostate is not going to be enlarged or something like that. Those are the things. When you get to that particular age, these are the things you got to check on. We want to find out whether or not whether his testosterone is the level of testosterone is good. Other than that, he will not be having normal erection like he used to have before. All these things you got to check it out when you get to the age.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. So those are the things that those are the things that we are discussing here this afternoon. All right. The caller asked, is it a right age for the person to go to a hospital when they are 45 years of age? And the answer is, yeah, it's a nice age for a man to go to the hospital. A nice age for a man to go to the hospital. You know why? It's because at that time, many substances, many organs in the body that we know, okay, will start getting into decrease among their function. They will not be functioning. Their function will be decreasing little by little. You will see prostate going to be your prostate going to be high. You will see cholesterol going to be high. You will see your oxygen level will not even be correct again. You will see that breathing business will not be correct because smoking and drinking. You will see that your vitamin level will not, your vitamin A will be down. You will see that your vitamin D will be down. You will see your calcium level will be down. You will be having more cramp back and forth. You will see that your erection in the bed will be decreased. You will not have erection for a long time. Something is happening. It doesn't mean that you're sick, but these things come with age. As you start aging, these things continue to start creeping on you. It start creeping on you. So you don't just sit there. That's why preventive measure is the key. That's why preventive measure is the key. Don't sit there, because there are a lot of things that can creep on you. One, you hit 40 to 50, half a century, you hit that area, you better start doing supplementary intervention of your body. All right? That's what it means. So that's what we're talking about. That's exactly what we're talking about. So, like I said, this is a platform for education. We educate you on things that we found, we know that is right. Many of us came into this country. We came into this country for what? For two reasons. Every Liberian into this country, we are here for one of two reasons. All right? One of the two reasons, or both. We either come into this country because we want economic development, because we want money. Okay? So when we go back, we sit down, we are self-sufficient. Or we came into this country because we want education. Because when we stay home, we'll not get that education. We want that best education so that when we travel anywhere, nobody will tell us anything different, because the education in this country is final. Anywhere. You go to Great Britain, they say you come from America, you got it from America. Nobody tells you nothing because they know who you are. You go to England, it will be correct. You go to Canada, it will be correct. You go to Australia, Japan, it will be correct. All right? But Liberia, you can't come from Liberia with any education. You come here, you can't pass the high school education test. That's the problem. You can't pass the test because we are not doing the right thing. If we were to do the right thing, if we were to come here and educate ourselves and go back, the same education we got here and carry it back, all Liberia are going to be fine. You are going to leave from here with $10,000 and you retire and go to Liberia and you make business will go correct. Because why? The rule of law. We came here, we learn rule of law, right? We learn rule of law. We learn that people, you learn the law say when you see the red light, stop. If everybody will see the red light and stop, everybody about law. Nobody about the law. But we didn't do that. We come here, we learn the thing and go back home. By the time we get a raw fee, all the things that we learned from America is all gone down. We go back straight to the same Liberian mentality. So as a result, nobody can leave here and retire, go back to Liberia and stay there. No. First thing, you can't go anywhere when you are old. You need some medical attention. What is the medical attention we got in Liberia? JFK, a stone building is right there. But nobody can improve it. Nobody can carry medicine in there. All right? Nobody can carry medicine in there. So that's the problem. That is one of the problems. You see, how can you go and retire and sit down over there? You can't retire and sit over there. You don't even have a number to call 911. You don't have it. They don't have that mechanism. And we know it here. We can put that mechanism in place. That when you go to Liberia and something happens, you will stay in Lrtn and call